And these animals, as you can see, that all these animals have to stay in this intensive confinement facilities. What do we usually imagine? We think that our eggs, our meat, or other animal product, our milk is coming from an animal which is very happy, or you can say which is very, is in a very good welfare condition, freely roaming in a grassland where the young ones are with the parent, and no, they are having a very good life, enjoying all the five freedoms. But the actual scenario is not. After the Industrial Revolution, after World War II, all the farm animals were shifted from this open backyard grassland to the intensive confinement facility. So these pigs, you can see, these are the crate system. So the crate system, it do not allow the pig to even move the body. It do not allow the pig to even express its normal behaviors, which affects the pig very much, because pigs has the natural behaviors of foraging. Foraging is like they walk distance and distance with their fellow beings in search of food. But in this crate system, do you think that they can express any of these natural behaviors? No. So out of boredom, out of anxiety, they chew these iron rods, which later leads to infections all over their mouth. And the babies, the piglets are kept away from the mother's soul. So there is so much of torture, there is so much of suffering in the name of raising animals. It is not done in a humane way. Coming to the eggs that we consume on a regular diet, this is the inside view of a poultry farm. So unhygienic, so filthy. You can see the water here. This water is the mixture of the excreta, mixture of all the feces. So this water is going to get mixed with the river water, and then it will pollute the entire water body system. There's very few people in India who have the opportunity, who gets to drink boiled water, or say RO water. They directly drink water from the tubel, or from the well. So this pollutes the entire groundwater. And there are reports, so NEERI, National Environmental Engineering Research Institute, has done several tests. They have done the quality test of this water, and then they have found that this water is high in nitrate. So water which is high in nitrate is extremely harmful for human health. It can lead to abnormal pregnancy issues, liver problem, kidney issues, several other health disorders, diarrhea. It's I'm sorry for showing you this picture, but it is a picture of a slaughterhouse. And most of the slaughterhouses in India do not follow any regulations, that is under Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act, Slaughterhouse Rule 2010. So one animal is slaughtered in front of the another, and there is bloodshed everywhere, and there's huge wastage of clean water. Definitely, to clean this area, it will require clean water. So again, clean water, there is wastage of clean water. It will get mixed with the river water, polluting the entire water body system. And you can see a dog here in this picture. Why do you think a dog is here? He must have come here to steal some of the remaining parts of an animal. So when this dog will step out of this slaughterhouses, he will definitely carry some of the other diseases. So this is where our animals are being slaughtered, but we do not have any idea about it. We can see small animal shops everywhere in Guwahati. Animals are slaughtered just right in front of another. That other animal, which they know that, okay, because it's a sentient being, it's a living being, and that bird knows that, okay, I'm going to be slaughtered next. So that body releases different kinds of acidic things that affects the entire body, and that is what we are consuming. Coming to the human rights violation, as I've mentioned, that the poultry on the huge poultry is not concerned about the welfare of both human being, or say animals, or say environment. These children who were supposed to go school, because I clicked this picture in the morning time, they were not going to school, but they were working here in this poultry industry, and they will be hardly 13 to 14 years old, and by this producers completely violate the Child Rights Prohibition Act. And you can see here that none of this they're not wearing any of the safety measures, not wearing masks, or gumboots or gloves, anything. They are barefoot. And look at this small girl who is working here. It's very sad that they are mostly bonded laborers. They cannot even raise their voice to talk with the owners about their wages. They have to work with whatever wages the managers provide them. They were even scared to talk with us. So we could understand that how much fear or scared they are to have any kind of interactions. All their documents are being taken away by the producers of this industry. So there's huge regulation, huge irregulation in this kind of poultry industry. This is a paper, white paper by HSI US, and it says that intensive animal agriculture could spark the next pandemic, as we have seen that Zika virus, swine flu, mad cow disease, COVID-19, SARS, MERS, it all has come from this animal agriculture system. And because the way we farm, because the way we are eating, if we do not change, there will be number of other pandemics. And one thing we need to understand that these animals are in lockdown for their entire, they are in this kind of intensive confinement. For them, it's like lockdown. They are in that system for their entire life. They do not have choice. They do not have any choice. We human being, we understood that in this 2 years, how it's suffocating to be inside this one room or inside this small house. At least we have this opportunity to be outside till 12 p.m. Till 12 p.m. But this animal have to be in that confinement throughout their life, because we human being, we want to eat the animal products. So they do not have any choice, and they're not less than the companion animals. We always feel very touched when we see a dog injured, or we see someone crushing a dog, and we immediately try to call NGO. But if we see a lorry carrying all the broiler chickens, what we do? Our natural behavior, we turn off our eyes, or we will hold our nose, because it smells very bad. So our logic, we need to be compassionate for all animals. This is how our India eats. We usually think that India is a vegetarian country, or people are mostly they are taking vegetarian food, but it's not. But there is this is a survey done by the HuffPost, and you can see that people are shifting from a vegetarian diet to non-vegetarian diet, and this is either due to peer pressure or due to a great advertisement done by the animal-based product industries, and also due to the high income in the middle class section. So most of the people are shifting towards a non-veg diet. So now the problem is that how are we going to feed an estimated 10 billion people by 2050? We have seen that the way we are currently raising our food, it is not sustainable. So how do we do it so that by 2050 we can feed the population in a sustainable manner? So there is a market now, the alternatives of animal-based products. So these are the plant-based burger. So by reducing our consumption of meat, and by accelerating consumer acceptance of alternative protein, by reducing consumption of meat is not only, it will not only help the animals, it is going to help the environment, our health. And HSI has wonderful 3R policy. That is, you can replace, you can refine, and you can reduce. So refine, you can replace is like you can completely replace from animal-based product to plant-based product, and it's not something expensive or which you cannot do. In Northeast, we are by default, India is by default a vegetarian country. In Northeast, we get so many vegetables which other states you will never find them. So how lucky we are, and we can get all the nutrition from this kind of plant-based food. And coming to refinement, we have seen that battery cages. So battery cage is in violation of Prevention of Cruelty to Animals Act Section 11(1)(e), and Delhi High Court has mentioned that there will be no further battery cages till the final order comes up. And European country and different other developed countries has completely phased out battery cages. So something which is outdated, why do we have to bring more of such battery cages in our state? So rather we should refine, that is by doing cage free and free range system. Cage free and free range system where birds are living a life with higher welfare standard conditions, where they are allowed to nest, where they are allowed to express their natural behaviors like perching, roosting, dust bathing, and where the quality of the eggs will be good, and where there will be overall ecosystem problem, what we have understood, human right violation, that won't be there. So different farmers across India has changed the way they are farming. They have shifted to cage free and free range farming, and then we can reduce by if you're consuming 7 days animal product, we can reduce to 7 to 6 and 5. That way we can bring a sustainable change. As I mentioned that consumers are they are also understanding the issues, they're also understanding the problems, and the consumers are increasingly opting for clean label, ethically produced products. And you'll be very through this presentation, I'm so happy to say that we have plant-based cream, we have plant-based yogurt, plant-based cheese, plant-based ice cream, plant-based milk, meat, butter, and the companies are from India, and young entrepreneurs are doing their best to bring plant-based products in the market. And we have, say for example, Baskins and Robbins, which is very famous for ice cream. Now they have launched plant-based ice cream. Say Epigamia, which they have different varieties of curd. Now they also have plant-based coconut curd. So every company, Kit Kat is going to launch very soon plant-based Kit Kat chocolates. So this is how people are changing their diet. They are not just stick to that conventional way of eating meat, but they are seeking for different changes, either for their work, for their health, or their concern for the animals or for the environment. So these are different products. As you can see here, that Beyond Burger has already it has already come to in our neighboring state, Calcutta. We can find Beyond Burger in Calcutta now. As I have mentioned about the cage-free and free range, so Happy Hens is one of the free range eggs, and then we have then Biotin, Ojiva Biotin. These are plant-based product. Good Dot is a plant-based product. Good Dot has different varieties. It has Good Dot in Good Dot range. Then we have peanut butter. Then also vegan. Good Milk is a very young entrepreneur named Abhay Rangan, who is hardly 21, 22, has started this business of Good Milk, where he's doing more of peanut curd, peanut butter, peanut mayo, peanut, and then plant-based milk. Then we have replacement of cheese, paneer. Instead of paneer, people can consume tofu, and several other companies it has come up. And this is the issue. It is not only raised by Humane Society International India, or today, or I am saying it through my presentation, but even the UN is saying that less meat, more plants, because eating less red meat and more plant-based food can make people healthier and can store up to 15% of more carbon dioxide. And even the Eat Lancet Commission, they are saying that human diet should be more towards more sustainable, more green, more pulses. Our diet should be in that way to have a healthy lifestyle. This, as I believe in One Health approach system, because to be healthy, to human beings to be healthy, we should have this healthy environment. The connection with the animals should be in a healthy way. Then we can have a very sustainable and healthy life system. And this has been different Food and Agriculture Organization, World Organization for Animal Health, United Nations for Environment Program, WHO. Everyone is talking about One Health approach now. So the work how we are doing is that we are driving consumer demand towards more sustainable, healthy, and human consumption pattern. For that, we approach different schools, different colleges, and then we work with the students. We talk with them. We organize webinars and organize art competition, painting competition, where we talk about them, the dismal conditions of the factory farms, how the animals in the factory farms are. The conditions about it, and how they can make a change in their life by bringing a small change in their dietary system, and then also we work with the replacing meat, dairy, and eggs with the plant-based alternatives. For that, we are working with the Indian hotel management institutions and different restaurants, where we provide training to them about that. If you have a menu where there is chicken biryani, mutton biryani, egg biryani, also you should have option for mock-based biryani, or plant-based tofu biryani. At least give options to your consumers so that they can lessen their carbon footprint. And then HSI is working for the promotion of cell-based meat. So CCMB, Center for Cellular and Molecular Biology, has received the highest public grant ever. And right now they are mostly working on the cell-based mutton, where you do not have to slaughter the entire animal, just a cell from the animal, which is grown in the growth promoter, where there is no antibiotics, grown in a very healthy environment. Currently the process is going on, and we are very hopeful that, because Singapore already, they have done a successful job for the cell-based meat, and India is also looking forward for the same. And these are some of the visuals that I have conducted, webinars, seminars with different colleges, where I've interacted with the students in an extensive way, and the way they have shown their support. You can see here that how beautifully they have painted their thoughts about the farm animals, the thing which I all know, reaching out to individuals, bringing their compassion for the farm animals can be highlighted in these images. So these are like where there is written that animals are friends, not food. Be kind to every kind. We can judge the heart of a man by his treatment of animals. So these are some very lovely pictures drawn by the students. These images we have recently received from the World Environment Day from colleges across Assam, and this shows that we can be compassionate. We can be compassionate to all animals. We can be compassionate to companion animals as well as farm animals. And the reason why we need to be more compassionate towards farm animals, so they have highlighted the entire message through their drawing. As I've mentioned that we work with the IHM, so this is one of the pictures that we have worked with the IHM students, and